Hey, it looks like I have just a few of you are on. Just give me another moment. Setting up our display. I'm gonna actually keep it muted for a moment, and then we'll get going and have people be able to ask questions. Just give me one moment. Matthew, can you hear me? I see that you've joined, Matthew Curran.
I'm on.
Okay, great. It's just you right now. It looked like about 6 people registered, so it might just be you and me. Either way, we'll go through everything, and then if other people join, I'm just gonna have people on mute, and we can do some questions towards the end. Does that sound good?
Sounds good to me.
And what organization are you with?
Clearance.
Okay, awesome. Good stuff.
I'm the sales engineer over here. So what I do is I work directly with the reps on a little bit more complex solutions.
Awesome. Okay, so they basically, of course, are out in the field. They're getting prospects warmed up to different solutions, and based on the profile or the vertical, you're kind of the guy they lean on to say, hey, I have a restaurant, or hey, I have a retail shop. What would be best for them? And then you kind of have, I'm guessing you're kind of like a product specialist.
Yeah, well, yeah, sort of, kind of a mix between the product side, but applying it to the sales side because that's my background. So basically what I do is I get them to get the, kind of dig in a little bit deeper and find out what the true needs are, then I try and apply of course, the right solution that's going to accomplish the goals for the merchant.
Got it. Okay, that makes sense. I see that Katina has joined.
Yes.
Hey, Katina, I was just talking to another person on the line. What I'm going to do is I'm going to mute everybody for about the first 15 minutes. Going to go through everything, and then we're going to open it up for questions, okay?
All right, thank you.
All right, so we'll get going here, and then just write down your questions, guys, as we progress. So this is Joey. I'm the co-founder of Boomtown. We are basically the master reseller for Poynt. So when Poynt came to market, they leaned on Boomtown because we do nationwide field services, remote support, training services for a whole bunch of different payment organizations and different ISVs and technology companies. So Poynt basically, being agnostic, we don't do any processing or anything like that. They said, would you be the master reseller for us to help organizations like the ones you're part of to, accelerate and be able to sell Poynt. So today we're going to go through a few different things, but mostly focus around the native software, like what comes with Poynt out of the box, and then we'll talk about third-party apps and additional features. I do have a sales hub where all my webinars are on there. I have all the third-party apps, one-pagers for them, marketing, sales material. So feel free to, get on that webinar. I can actually, what I can also do for you guys is I will make sure that you have that link, and I'll have this deck for you after the training. I also have a knowledge base. So the webinar, again, is for kind of self-discovery of the third-party apps, marketing material, past webinars, information. The knowledge base is actually pure knowledge on the Poynt terminal. Maybe if you want to learn about gift cards, inventory management, what are my options, right, as you're selling the Poynt terminal? It's a great site to bookmark. It's actually mobile optimized, so you can use it out in the field, or you can use it on your phone away from your desk. But just really goes through all the features and everything that you need in regards to Poynt. So let's talk about Poynt. Talk about the native software. What is Poynt, right? Poynt really did start as the all-in-one payment terminal. It has that dual screen. This is the Poynt P16, is the correct term for this dual screen terminal. It is Wi-Fi enabled. You can get a 3G enabled terminal. It comes with a docking station that it gets charged on. The docking station does have Ethernet if you want to utilize that as well. So if you just want to have it stationary on a desk, that is an option. But you can take the terminal off the dock and walk around the store with it, which is also pretty nice. It comes with a native terminal application for payments, EMV, PIN, EBT, I believe. It has chip and PIN, NFC, Apple Pay, Android Pay, all the future payment options. What's really great about the Poynt terminal is it also actually updates in real time. So if there's ever an update within payments, we can push that update to the terminal. It just has to be online. We don't have to like reprogram the terminals or call down to the merchant. So, kind of a great selling point for your merchant is it's, being a new age terminal, we do updates automatically. If anything changes within the parameters of payments, we can push that update or that security update automatically to your terminal. The battery lasts about 6 hours. I'd say about 4 hours of just like nonstop use. And then again, the docking station, you can have in there the charge. There is the Poynt 5. This is a handheld. So this is basically one screen, about the size of an iPhone 10. There are some accessories you can get with it. Additional extended battery or a printer. But half the price, obviously a great option for maybe a line buster or pay at the table, food trucks, anyone who's just trying to take payments, maybe doesn't want to take payments on their iPhone or their iPad, don't want to use Square on their proprietary device. They really want a payment terminal, but they don't want to pay a whole bunch of money. Poynt 5 is great. It does have the same capabilities as the Poynt terminal, same app, same features. And then it does work on Wi-Fi, and there is a 3G option. All the Poynt 5 come with charging cables as well. So it doesn't have a docking station. It does have a charging cable that comes with it. So what's included on all the Poynt terminals? Well, we talked about the terminal application, which you can just do quick payments. There is also a register application. So in the native software of Poynt, literally Poynt out of the box, you have the ability to add 500 SKUs with modifiers. There's a built-in barcode scanner, cash drawer and printer. There's mobile HQ with online reporting and easy permissions to set up. So Matt can only see he can't do refunds. He can only see transactions where, Tom is maybe the manager and he's able to actually do refunds and have more capabilities on the terminal. But we can also have logins for the terminal for each employee, so I can track, obviously, by employee sales, all that good stuff. And then there is that home-based application on here, which is free, and it does employee clock in, clock out time management. We'll talk a little bit more about that. But altogether, the Poynt terminal, has a lot of value out of the box, right? You can do taxes, discounts, fees, those 500 SKUs with modifiers. It's not a full POS system, but it definitely does enough for anyone who has a behind-the-counter establishment, small retail, cafe, small QSR, and is not looking to pay a whole bunch of money. Doesn't need all the loyalty features. Doesn't need everything out of the box. Again, the native software of Poynt is pretty substantial for those types of merchants. Every merchant gets access to Poynt HQ, which is online. There is a QuickBooks integration for QuickBooks Online, which is $5 a month. I believe it only works with QuickBooks Online. They can see all the reports. They can actually buy paper rolls online. You can go in there. You can see all the different hardware that's compatible with Poynt. If you want additional printers or cash drawers, you can do your settlements. You can see all your sales, your refunds, email people their receipts. And then there's a reflection of that. All merchants get access to Poynt HQ on their phone as well, so they can take their business mobile. If they're away from their restaurant, cafe, retail, doctor's office, they're able to see all that reporting and all that information on their mobile phone. The terminal is multi-mid, so you can hold up to 10 MIDs per terminal. It is multi-language as well. You can toggle between different languages on the terminal, which makes it really great for different demographics. It has robust analytics. So again, if let's say I own a 3-location cafe and each location has 2 terminals, I'm able to see my business as a whole. I'm able to see it by terminal, by location. Really great multi-location features that make it easy for your business. And then Boomtown, for your organization, we provide white label support. So there's actually Connect app on the terminal. Your merchant gets 24/7 chat and video support right through the terminal. So something pretty awesome that they basically get access to right away. And then, kind of a great value add as well, right? The ability to basically service your merchants automatically, instantly. So they just use that Connect app, slide for help. They do live chat, and they can actually initiate video if it's something really complex, maybe with their network or a printer. So what are the value-added features, right? Everything we've talked about so far kind of comes with the program. You're not paying anything additional for what we've talked about so far. But you can add cash drawers, kitchen printers. Again, all of the compatible kitchen dinner cash drawers are all on the actual in the Poynt HQ, where they can go there and they can learn all about these different terminals. There's different applications as like third-party apps. What's great about that is, there's the Talik and eHopper application. So if your merchant is a full-service restaurant or a high-end retail establishment that has like 40,000 items, needs inventory management, Talik and eHopper are both two full POS systems that they can download on the Poynt terminal. They are more expensive, but again, they are suited for more sophisticated, better merchants. So that's, a great option, and just kind of something to have in your SKU that you don't have to turn away from those merchants saying, I can't help you. Talik is competitive with full service restaurant software. They have incredible online ordering, integrations like Uber Eats, Grubhub. They have incredible loyalty built-in gift cards. So it's kind of like an all-in-one. But then there are additional applications that can help you. Appetizers, order ahead, Factor 4 is gift cards, True Ratings, actually collecting customer feedback on the screen. And I'm going to talk about two that I really enjoy, selling. And one's Mango Mint. Mango Mint is a high-end salon and spa software for the Poynt terminal. It's a replacement for it's a replacement for MindBody and Booker. And so basically it is online scheduling. It links to your website, interacts with the Poynt terminal. So if you have a high-end spa or salon that maybe has MindBody and you haven't been able to convert them, or just doesn't even have a software to really run their business, their team is great. They do demos, with your merchant. They'll help you with the sale. Kind of a kick-ass program, and really helps you tackle larger spa merchants that I've never been able to do without this kind of software, and never really been able to compete with MindBody and Booker. So Mango Mint is great. Definitely check that out. And then there's the home-based application, which everybody loves. A lot of it's free. It has the employee scheduling, clock in, clock out, time management, communication tools. Really great for any merchant business that has 5 or more employees. And then there's eThor. eThor, a little bit more complex. That's why I put Byron's contact information. It makes the Poynt terminal an EMV pay-at-the-table solution for Micros, Aloha, and Dinerware. So you have the ability to basically go into, a restaurant downtown with Micros 3700 and say, hey, I have your payment device. I have your EMV terminal that's compatible. It does cost more. Of course, there's an integration fee, but typically those fees are a lot less than those businesses migrating to a new Micros terminal or a new Aloha or legacy system. So it's a great win for you and the merchant. Reach out to Byron if you need help there. He can definitely help you out. There are some new packages coming with Poynt. So basically the native software, they're building new packages in the native software that will cost more. This will include inventory management, offline payments, invoicing, recurring payments. A lot of great features, actually a new loyalty feature. So I'll tell the community and our whole, resale channel about that as it gets released, but you can pilot these features right now. The way to pilot them is if you do have a merchant that's live, you basically just ask me to send that capability over to the merchant, and they are good to go. And so let me know if you have any questions there. I'll make sure that you have my contact information. Here's kind of a great comparison of how it compares to basic terminals. There's just no reason in my mind to go backwards if you're selling in the industry today. You got to sell value. And yeah, it's probably easier to sell a VXI20 when there's no monthly gateway fee or no additional cost. But even with what's happening right now in the marketplace, all the Verifone terminals are offline, and you have to reprogram every single one of them. You can't just push an update. So just, it's old school. It's frustrating, obviously, new merchants. They don't want that. They want something that's, secure, does all payment types. You can push updates immediately. And then what's really nice about that is that the Poynt terminal right here, it's a closed off device. So somebody can't come in and reprogram it. So if you close the merchant, you actually keep that merchant, and you're not worried about another, bank, ISO, payment organization going in there and converting it. Comparatively against the other smart terminals and small POS, Square's new register is $1,000. So it's a beautiful device. I mean, it really is, but it's 2.75% per transaction. And that $1,000 device, that's twice the cost of Poynt, and, has basically the same functionality. People will say Square is free. Square is free for the native software, but 2.75% adds up quickly. And then also a lot of their features do cost money. Their gift cards, loyalty, everything. That's not free. So I know the merchant will tell you that. The merchant is telling you that because they want it for free. But truthfully, it's not. Clover is probably the most competitive, right? They have a whole bunch of different sizes, but you're stuck in the first data world. Poynt gives your payment organization a little bit more flexibility of who you guys are processing with. And then there's like Verifone Carbon, there's like the Ingenico Axiom, all these smart terminals. They're all beautiful devices, but they don't come with a native terminal and register application. So that's, I think, why your organization chose Poynt. because out of the box, it comes with so much that you're merging and start taking payments. There are options for third-party apps, but they don't have to migrate to those options, day one. I teamed up with a group here in San Francisco, a payment organization, to kind of see what was working. And these were questions that were really helping drive business and drive prospects, obviously, to purchase a Poynt device. I always made the comparison, like, hey, have you ever, you made the migration at one point from your flip phone to your smartphone. I'd say that to people, and everybody can relate to that, right? It's always great in a sale to kind of tell a story that everybody can relate to, and just saying, you've made that migration from your flip phone to your smartphone. That's what you're doing now, right? We want to take this old brick terminal, this old credit card terminal, and help you get a smart terminal. And that seemed to resonate well with people. They understood it. It can still do the same thing your old terminal can do, right? Take payments, but there's so much more, obviously, that can provide a lot of value to you. It's not, there's not much more of a heavy price for that. Are you able to manage your business from home? There's a lot of great questions that you guys can ask. I just put this here. It's just helpful. As you guys are doing trainings internally as well, might be helpful for you. Again, I have some relative articles for all those different features we were talking about. They're all in our knowledge base. And then I'll leave this on the screen for right now, just so you guys have that. Poynt Sales at GoBoomtown.com. That is your best resource. That is my team. So as you have new prospects and clients, please reach out to them. All right, so I'm going to unmute you guys right now. So feel free to just kind of jump in slowly if you have questions. Give me one moment, and I'll unmute each of you, and you should be unmuted. And let's go over questions, and let me know what I can go over in more detail.
Yeah, I got a couple of questions. This is Matt. So
Sure.
Pricing for some of the third-party apps that are not native to it, is there a listing of some of those? I know that they probably have maybe different levels, but is there a resource that we could go to find that out, as far as for the pricing for those apps for specific situations? Like Mango Mint, or Talec or whatever it might be.
Yeah, for sure. So this is the Sales Hub, and I can ping you this right now. Give me 1 second. I'll actually chat it to the audience. This is the Sales Hub. And the Sales Hub, you go down here, and these are, again, past webinars where I've had those groups as guests. You can join our email list here, and then I have the third-party apps in here. And I have a one-pager for each of the third-party apps, or even a deck. So if you click on eHopper, let's say, which is a third-party POS, it goes right into a sales sheet. And then I have their contact information, because typically, it's harder than just saying, here's the price with a full POS. But something like, something that's like an easy, like appetizer, they typically will have, I'm sure, their pricing right on it, right? Yep. They have, order ahead capabilities, a white labeled application. It's expensive, but, they're kind of going over what they have there. So that's what I do in our Sales Hub. Just try to make it easy for you kind of to navigate and find information, but I do have all their contact information as well. And then some of the Sales Hub.
If someone wants to see a demo on one of these things, do we set up the demo with you, or will we set it up with Mango Mint or whoever else?
Yeah, so I would set up with Mango Mint. I think the Mango Mint one goes to the website here, and then if you go to, let me see, you go to mangomint.com/Poynt. They're great to work with. I mean, you can always come to me. I'm probably just going to say, like, yeah, here's Daniel. He'll set up a demo, right? Go here to Poynt. Because I work with our team like every day on this kind of stuff. Basically, yeah, you can get a demo right here, and you can reach out to them. I would just reach out to them through
the contact.
Excuse me, 1 second. Yeah, the contact form. I think there's there it is, partner and Mango Mint. Just say, hey, I'm working with Boomtown. I'd love to set up some demos for my merchants. They have a whole kind of sales support team available for you. And then there's one more thing that I'll ping you guys with. It's the knowledge base. Give me 1 second. And I built this personally for your groups, so I'll ping you this right now. The knowledge base is another thing to basically bookmark. It's a little bit different of a format, but it's more like for, again, gift cards. Like, what are my gift card options for Poynt? So you go in here, you type, and then I have different articles about, like, okay, here's what comes with the native software. You can use Factor 4 gift cards. They have the, gift cards, loyalty cards, e-cards. If I wanted to learn more about offline payments, is that an option today? Offline payments store forward, this is in pilot. See, I have in pilot, but here's exactly how it works. So you can just use the Sales Hub in that regard.
One of the things I noticed on there was, of course, the cash discount, and I've seen it on the website before, but with Clearin', I don't think it's released yet, correct?
Clearance. So yeah, there's cash discount applications on the Poynt terminal. That's absolutely correct. But the cash discount by Clearant is not on there yet.
Yeah, the Empower program.
So I don't know exactly how that works, and so I do apologize. I would just reach out to Rory on like what you guys can do today and what you can't. The cash discount applications really all they are is a front end, right? They're just basically a software that's going to make it easier for your merchant to take cash discount and apply that to the receipt and apply it to the reporting. Whatever you guys do on the back end is completely up to you, but that really is just all they are is just front end software. You're not like using another processor or anything like that.
Another question, eThor and some of the other ones. Like eThor, you're connected into Aloha or Micros. Does that take it out of scope?
Now, what do you mean by out of scope? Or can you elaborate there?
Yeah, PCI.
Oh, sorry.
Out of scope.
Got it. So it is EMV and PCI compliant. Their team actually works with our team for the implementation and the ongoing services for that. It does cost more money. Their team can go over their PCI compliance and basically all those articles and certificates that they have. But absolutely, they are. Yeah, they work with a lot of great enterprise brands, nationwide that are really good references too.
I need to call to Brian to find out if it takes it out of scope or not, right?
Yeah, exactly. I would just call him because he has all the certificates for their company. I just don't personally have them, so I don't know what boundaries they have depending on what information. And I can put his information on the screen. Give me one second.
We get a copy of the presentation?
Yep. I would again, if you just wanted to get ahead of it, bblair@ethor.com. And then why don't you shoot me your email? Anybody who's on here, feel free to chat me your email. Just go to the chat widget, go to organizers, and then chat me, and I'll shoot you a note.
Gotcha.
But I'll put that email in there just so you have it. If you want to get ahead of it, Byron, bblair@ethor.com.
Yeah, I don't see a chat function on here for me for this.
Is it? Okay, what's, let me see. I'm chatting you right now. Is that not coming through? You see the panel, the control panel on the right?
No. You want to just, can I give you my email?
Yeah, for sure.
It's mcurran, that's MCURRAN @clearant.com.
Perfect.
I appreciate it, buddy. Sorry about
it. Great. Yeah, no problem at all. I'll make sure to shoot you a note and then set it up. Okay, great.
Now, if we need somebody to the terminal itself, as far as just the basics out of the box capability, is that something that Boomtown does?
So, like, you just need a demo terminal? Like, you want to turn a terminal into a demo?
Yeah, no. I just didn't know if you had an online demo built that the reps can go to that say, because, obviously they hand them a sell sheet, right? And they say, okay, yeah, this is what it can do. But a lot of times, of course, the merchant wants a little bit more information and see how it works. So is there you see what I mean?
Yeah, so we built a video library. Let me give you access to that. So if you go to the Sales Hub, there is a, excuse me, in the Sales Hub, you have a great selection of one-pagers and all that different information. But we have a whole bunch of videos here that are super helpful. I see the most helpful one. Where is it? It's on here. Give me 1 second. I'll make sure I put this in your email as well, the follow-up email for both people who are on right now. But it basically does Poynt HQ overview, which is super helpful for merchants just to see like what is the overview, when I'm utilizing this online.
Sure.
And then it has different kind of, how to activate my terminal. Getting started with the Poynt terminal is the other, I'd say, primary one that a lot of merchants like to see, because it's a little bit more of like, here's what it actually looks like once you get started on the Poynt terminal. And then we are coming out with more videos, something we're a little slow on, so I do apologize, but we're just waiting for these new features to be done. That way we don't have to make the videos twice.
Awesome.
So I'll put that in the follow-up email on the video library as well.
Is there any other apps that are coming soon that, we could be made aware of?
Yeah, I mean, there's one that we just released with pre-authorization and bar tabs. It's an app. I just did it on my webinar. It's completely focused around like creating a tab, pre-authorizing the tab, and then closing out later. And that's been, pretty cool just to kind of knock out that vertical as well.
Awesome. And that's with the native the native register app that's in it.
That's correct. And then there's another one coming out, but I just hate saying when it's going to come out because I just hate like saying something and who knows how long it's going to take. But just doing like ACH and stuff. There's an app coming out for that.
Awesome.
I think the other one is just to keep an eye on is Talik. Talik and eHopper are both pretty awesome POS. I mean, they're just really like there's a lot you can do with them and a lot of different verticals you can knock out with those POS. Yes, they cost more money, but I'm not saying it's for every single person, right? Every single business, but it does have a lot of information.
Now they price it per terminal, right?
That's correct.
That's what I thought. Yeah.
All right, let me see here. I'm just kind of drafting this email for you guys as well. Any other questions I can answer or go over at this time? Anything that we can go in more, obviously dive into deeper? And I'll give you the sales deck in PowerPoint so you guys can always utilize that.
Now you said it could manage inventory. What about invoice? Another thing I saw invoicing on there. And is that
great question. Okay.
on a native app as well?
So you can't do it on the actual terminal. Invoicing is only done online with your Poynt HQ. Mm-hmm. But you basically go into your Poynt HQ. There's an invoicing tab. You just start writing the invoice. If you have a customer already saved and their email already saved, you can just go to the customers tab and say create invoice. But once you send the invoice, the merchant is just going to receive an email, and then, the customer just says pay now, and then they pay online. Of course, as they pay online, that will interact with the online portal, and it will say that this customer is paid, and it'll obviously reflect on Poynt HQ. So that's only done from the virtual terminal, but it's not done on the actual terminal. I imagine in the future you will be able to send invoices from the terminal, but from right now, again, it's just on Poynt HQ.
One last question. So with the QuickBooks plugin that it has, or sync, that's what I'm trying to figure out. Yep. Is it real time? In other words, like a plugin. So in other words, you're actually reconciling as you go, or does it sync back at like the end of the day at some point to transfer all that transactional data back to QuickBooks online?
Yeah, so it's pretty darn simple. You basically go onto the apps on Poynt HQ. You'll see data sync by Poynt. The merchant will subscribe. It's $5 a month, and it's a seamless integration, which means that it's basically a two-way integration in real time. It's a one-way integration in real time. So as things are happening on the Poynt terminal, it's pushing over to QuickBooks, and as settlements happen, that settlement will go over to the QuickBooks as well. But all you have to do is literally log in. So once you have the app, you'll see it on the tab on the left side. It'll say QuickBooks. You'll open that up, and then you'll just have your Intuit login information, and you'll log in, and then it's basically authorized, and you're good to go.
You only have to do that once, right? You only have to
log in.
You'll have to
do that once, and then this is the page I think will answer the question you have, right? You have Poynt income, Poynt tips, Poynt refunds, and then auto sync time. So you can have like an auto sync time at the end of the day.
So it does sync it. So in other words, it's not passing it back automatic.
Yeah, so sorry, the batch out is syncing, right? So the information is collecting in real time, of course, but the batch out, the auto sync is when it's exporting the data. So obviously, and I would do that at like my batch time, right? And then when you go on QuickBooks, you're seeing it as here, right? Here's all the transactions. You're seeing it all you're seeing them as they come over. But you're right that it's not in real time, like it's not per transaction. It's just basically you push it at the auto sync, and then all that it will go over in real time. That makes sense? Let's see what happened here. You got muted for a second. You there, Matt?
Can you hear me now?
I can hear you now, yeah.
Gotcha.
Other questions?
I'm good. It's a great presentation. Thank you.
Yeah, no problem. Of course, let me know if you guys need anything. I'll send you an email right now. And then, look forward to obviously hearing from you guys. Just reach out, and if you need introductions to any groups, anything like that, utilize me. Again, typically for those third-party apps, I'm just going to make the introduction because they're obviously way better at demonstrating their own products. But happy to obviously put you in the right hands. Okay.
Thank you so much.
All right. Have a good one, guys. I'll add you to our email list. I don't harass you, but you'll get an email or two a month just on new features and stuff. Okay.
Awesome. Sounds good, man.
All right. Talk to you all soon.